Hello, welcome everyone. Not going to be on for a long time tonight. Ellie. Hello. Hello. How's everybody this evening? Hello, Loud. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Oho. Oho, I don't know if I said your name right. Thanks for subscribing. Well, Loud, it's not either one. It is crochet. I'm actually making a gnome, little fat boy gnome. I haven't done blankets in a very long time. I like to make the toys and stuff for kids. Blankets take too long for me. Well, you probably got to do what everybody else does. Get a job and earn the money for it. That's how it works. Hello. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello. Kitschys. I'm not sure if that's the right way to say your name. I am making a gnome, and this is going to be an oversized hat for my gnome. I've started making it backwards from what I normally would because I want it um, kind of more floppy, but not quite so tall. So I'm making it backwards. Thank you. This is Burnett, or this is Big Twist Plush. Denim blue variegated. I got it from Joann's. Unfortunately, I'm limited on what I've got now. It's one of my favorite colors. I love the Big Twist Plush. Oh, it just breaks my heart for Joann's to be going. I've done a lot of panic buying and I just hate to see it go. I live in a small community, so there's very little yarn selection around here. And I hate to try to buy something that I've never used before because we don't have access to the Premier and Hobie and all of that. So I don't know what that yarn is like. And I've gotten several yarns here lately that are just not much count. Walmart, yeah, that's all. That's pretty much. We've got a Michaels here, but I wasn't real pressed with the selection that they had because I really like the Posh yarn from Joann's. I really like that and the Big Twist. And actually, I like the Big Twist better than I like the Bernat Blanket. Yes, the end of an era. I really, really hate that. It's one of my favorites. It's just so easy. And it's so soft. It doesn't matter what kind of stuffed animals I make out of it. It's always soft. My customers always pick it up and just love the feel of it. How long have you been crocheting? That's good. Did you start out on Red Heart? I was 9 when I started crocheting. I think Red Heart was about the only thing you could get a hold of back then. I just discovered the blanket yarns and the plush yarns just last year. And I've started making all kinds of toys, and I just love my toys. What do you make? I love trying new yarn. I I kind of find what I like and stick with it. But I am coming up on a year of making toys, or just a little over, but I enjoy my toys. Oh, yes, I've seen the mushroom guy pattern. And he is cute. Do you always use patterns? Oh, yes. My grandson, well, he really kind of only likes the cars. He doesn't really play with many of them, but he does like the cars. But he is also he's autistic, and he picks out the red cars that I make. I've been trying to teach myself how to make patterns, and it's just very difficult to find pattern testers. And I find I don't really have a lot of time, and they take a lot of time. Yes, my grandson, he is extremely sensory. Right now his thing is to feel your elbows. He went for a long time rubbing your nose, and he just switches back and forth, and this autism is, I've never seen so much autism, but there is a lot of it. And we actually went to a developmental pediatrician today, and he said he has diagnosed thousands of children with autism, and I guess it's a really broad spectrum, and some of the outlook is not so great. There is a lot. He didn't seem to be too impressed when I told him I thought it was linked to vaccines. There's just so much going around. You just don't know. Oh, really? I had not heard that. Well, he is extremely sensory. When you hold him and uh, stuff like stuff like that, when you pick him up, he wants you to rub his back, and he wants it. Uh, you know, he wants you to put some pressure behind it. Yeah, I'm not sure about the vaccine. I'm really just not sure about any of it, but so much of the stuff that I've been hearing is just so scary that I'm afraid to just ignore it. Because with there being so many, I mean, when I was growing up, and I'm, close to your age, we didn't hear about any autism. I didn't hear about autism until I was 40 years old. And then now it's everywhere. And the last study I saw where 1 in 3 kids in 2030 would be autistic. Now, what kind of an odd is that? A third of every child born would be autistic. from having none 40 years ago, something's going on. My grandson has sounds that overwhelm him. How old is your granddaughter? Now, see, my grandson's just getting ready to he'll turn 3 in May. And there's something's going on. The doctor mentioned genetically testing for us today, but that's kind of almost impossible for us. We can get genetic, you know, testing from mom, but she's kind of out of the picture. And after she left the picture, we tested my son and my grandson and have discovered some not so great news there. So we're just doing whatever we can. There's other testing that they want us to do. But I know she had said there wasn't any autism in her family tree. I just don't know. And not only that, I'm worried about the testing being harmful. Oh, that's really good. Um, we really, my grandson, he's very smart about some things, but he's nonverbal too, and he's really, I don't know. Some things he does really good at. Most things he's delayed. Um, but yeah, I'm worried about that testing because out of all the stuff that I'm hearing, was it is this something they're doing on purpose and then wanting to test them like specimens? That just bothers me, and that scares me, and I don't want him to have to go through all that stuff. It's already going to be hard enough, with loud noises that bother him and bright lights that bother him, and he has a hard time. He not a very good eater at all. He doesn't want to eat anything but pizza and chips and cookies and grapes. The nonverbal part really bothers me because, he gets upset about stuff and we don't know what's wrong. And he'll just start crying. I mean, he doesn't cry a lot, but he'll start crying and you don't have a clue what's wrong with him. Still got a little ways to go on that. I watch Joe Rogan. I don't want him doing ESP tests. I don't know that I want him doing those tests at all. Because, that's not normal. I'll have I'll have to watch that because I do watch Joe Rogan. I like him. He's kind of a no nonsense kind of dude. I also thought it was kind of strange that we had to go to a developmental pediatrician specialist to even get a diagnosis. I had suspicions before he was a year old. And I know our pediatrician already knew. So I don't know why they couldn't diagnose it. I thought that was odd.